Hi, my name is Shelly Hamilton, and this is Piano Tips Playing Musically, Lesson 4. Music is the language of the emotions. So if your piano playing is devoid of emotion, you might as well just set up a computer at your church or at your recital and let it play. I credit my high school piano teacher, Mrs. Peggy Ramsey, with teaching me how to play with emotion. There are 6 things I learned from her. Number 1 is to make sure you have dynamic contrast. You need soft and you need loud, usually in most pieces. Sometimes it's all soft or all big, but most of the time you need a dynamic contrast. And sometimes even to get more dynamic contrast, I will use the soft pedal on the very left to make it a little softer. And then number 2, you need rise and fall, like we talked about phrasing. You need to have crescendo and decrescendo. Like you build in intensity and volume and then you decrease. A lot of times you need that rise and fall to do the proper phrasing. Number 3, you need to feel into the keys, like we talked about, like kneading bread. Number 4, you need proper voicing. If there is a melody present in your music, you need to bring that out a little louder than the rest of what you are playing. Number 5, unless you are playing for some type of group singing, where you need a more strict tempo. If you're playing a solo, it is very dramatic to have some accelerando and then some retard. For instance, in It Is Well With My Soul, I start out I speed up and then I slow back down. It's just very effective in putting more emotion in your music. And then number 7, you need some dramatic pauses. And for instance, if I'm playing the chorus of It Is Well, I would go, it is well, not just it is well. I will take it is well. And maybe even a little dramatic pause before that chord that I like right there that's kind of dissonant. A little bit of a dramatic pause. So those are, I don't know if I numbered them correctly, but 1 is dynamic contrast, 2 is rise and fall, number 3 is feeling into the keys like you're kneading bread, 4 is proper voicing, 5 is accelerando and retard in some of your phrases, and then number 6 is dramatic pauses. And there's one more thing, number 7, that my mom actually taught me, Flora Jean Garlock, who I call her the queen of hymn playing of her generation. But she taught me to think the text, play the text. For instance, with It Is Well With My Soul, it starts, when peace like a river attendeth my way. So it needs to be peaceful and restful. And then the last stanza is, and Lord, haste the day when my faith shall be sight, the clouds be rolled back as a scroll. So that is majestic. And I'll just mention, with the death of our son 3 years ago, this is one of my favorite hymns. In fact, at his graveside, I just randomly started singing this song a cappella, and everybody at the graveside joined in. And the most meaningful was, okay, Lord, I have peace and rest. My son is well, and I know your will is being accomplished even through this. And then last, and Lord, haste the day when I will see Jonathan again, and we'll see all our loved ones again, and we're going to be with the Lord forever. So on that last stanza, that's what I want to portray, is that text. So that is so important. So what I'm going to play for you today is from the How Can I Fear piano book. It's a little more advanced piano arrangement, but it is well.